Hey guys, Chris here with a new deck profile, and this is an update to a DDD deck. I've been playtesting, I've been working on this for about probably a week and a half now. This is Dark Warrior DDD. I've been going back from build to build. I've actually made a few videos about it, but I didn't like the deck, so I just remade. I didn't upload the video or anything. I think this build is by far the most consistent. I was toying with the idea of running Into the Void, but then I cut it, and now I'm thinking about running Dark World Dealings, because I need DDs in Grave. So, first of all, the entire concept is to make the Summon Sorceress, and then Fusion Summon. And to run the Isolde, or the Dark Warrior engine, I need to be able to run the Dark Warrior engine. And ditching my DDs to the graveyard and fusioning summoning from my graveyard is the only way for that to work. This is just a rogue. It's not really all that great, because like Abyss Dweller, you literally cannot play if you have, if you've been Abyss Dweller. So, I'll get into main deck. We run 3 Ragnarok, 3 Necro, double Typhon, double Swirl, double Lamia, and a Ghost. Oh, they're getting cut off. So, Ragnarok, if you don't open this, you make 2 negates. If you do open this, you make 3 negates and a decode. But there's consistency over quality. That's the entire basis of the deck. Because if you draw a DD monster and a warrior, then you have the entire combo, technically. The Ragnarok just makes the extra negate, basically. So we run 3 Necro. 3 Necros mainly because you need a fusion summon from the graveyard. And that gets that off. Vice Typhon. It's basically the same thing as Necro. You need the second fusion at the end of the combo, and you always have a Vice Typhon in grave, so that's always good. Also, it's a level 5 or higher, so you can use the effective Grepher to special summon it. Swirl Slime. Honestly, if it wasn't for the name, I would cut it, because you never fusion from the hand, but that sometimes comes up. Lamia. I don't mind banishing this to fusion summon, as long as I have one in deck, because your Summon Sorceress will summon this from deck. Ghost. If you send this off of Armageddon or Grepher, you send another Necro or another Vice Typhon, and then you get more fusion targets. And that's it for the DDs. For the Dark Warriors, triple Grepher, Armageddon, double Mali, and then the small PK engine. Grepher is by far the best card in the deck. It's a free special summon if you open Vice Typhon or a second Ragnarok. I normally summon Grepher off of Isolde. I actually really don't like Armageddon Knight, because this is a lot better, because you get more DDs in graveyard from your hand. Armageddon Knight is just here to make the Isolde if I draw it, for consistency. Mali is Mali. You can also synchro with Mali into FA Dawn Dragster, but I don't do that. Silent Boots is... It's nice because it searches the trap, and it's a free special. Gloves and cloak, that's the stuff, same stuff. That's kind of self-explanatory, you have to run it. It's always nice to have. For spells, for last, I run 1 and 1. Makes it a 41 card deck. For this, I don't need it, it's just there because of search. And this is self-explanatory to make Isolde. Also, if you have a leftover warrior extender like a Mali or a this, then you can make the decode at the end. So that's always nice. For the equips, Overdone Burial, Moonmirror Shield, Refusion, Phoenix Blade, and the Reincarnation. So Overdone Burial is Monsterborn. This is unnecessary, but it's there because it's the only other warrior or well, equip, whatever, that I have. Refusion is a godsend in this deck. You pay 800, but you get a fusion, or a special summon, a fusion from the graveyard. So it's always live. It's always a good card to draw. I run 5 because if you draw one, you always have a target. And none of them are really bad. I don't even run Monsterborn or Soul Charge. I should, but I just didn't have the room, so I didn't really care. Phoenix Blade is self-explanatory. Reincarnation is summons a Lamia if you need it. So that's about it. We only run Gate for the Dark Contracts. That's all we need, really. Since you already have Necroslime at max and Vice Typhon, any other card is kind of, you don't need it. It's just, you need monsters in hand for the effect of Dark Gruffer. For draw stuff, Triple Allure, Card of Destruction. This isn't always live since your opponent might not always have a hand, but it's fine because it ditches all your darks to the graveyard, and most of your darks are DDs, so it gets off. Plus, you always have a chance to draw Ragnarok, which that's also nice. 2 called, and then Rhoda and Foolish. They're both warrior extenders, basically, or a DD Ghost if you really need it. Like I was saying earlier, I'm not running this. I'm not actually running this. I cut them. But Darkwold Dealings is a lot better. If you can find the space, it's really nice because you can discard a DD, and you always need a DD in the grave. And it's a +1. Well, combo-wise, it's a +1 because you might have the chance to draw into Ragnarok if you don't have it, or a Searcher. So I'm gonna show you a. Oh right, extra deck because that's a thing. So for links, we run Isolde, Summon Sork, and Lanficus, and the Decode. Isolde, you don't always want to search off her because you really want to use her effect. Sorceress gets you the Lamia, and if you already have the Lamia, it gets you the Lamia, no matter what you need it. Lanficus, it's a generic. For the combo, you link off with the Sorceress and Meteor Burst to go into Lanficus. You can't really run Rewitch. You could if you really wanted to, but for combo, you don't need it. There is one combo where you could use a Rewitch, but then it doesn't really matter. And Decode is just for end board. If you have Ragnarok and if you have the entire combo, you'll use all your links in the end of the whatever. For fusions, 1 little and big Genghis and then Diark. You always use both Genghis and combo. Diark is there because of Trickstar and because of level 7. We run Alex, Meteor Burst, Dawn Dragster, then Siegfried and Crystalwing. Alexander special summons Lamia from the grave. Meteor Burst special summons Ragnarok, which brings back the Alexander. Dragster is just a negate, just in case. Crystalwing's a negate. Siegfried's a negate. Hope Harbinger, and then the Vortex package. The only actual pendulum in the deck is the Ragnarok. And there's only one combo that gets you into the Ragnarok. Honestly, I didn't really have a 14th or a 15th card to place in the deck. So I just I put Genghis to 1, and then put the Vortex package in. It's not necessary, but there's a way to go into it, and it's not that bad. Also, Hope Harbinger. It's negate. Okay. That's about it. So for... I'm going to show a small combo, sort of. It requires you to have Ragnarok, a Warrior Extender. Dark Grepher is by far the best Warrior Extender. A DD. I'm just going to put Vice Typhon in hand because you're just going to send it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just to show off combo, I'm going to put Lamia in this hand. So this is like the ideal, more or less, hand. Opening these two are always good. These don't have to be 2 DDs. It could be 1 DD and a Dark Monster. Or an extender, basically. But this is just a nice hand. I'm going to zoom out. Oof. I'm going to use a Vanguard card as my field center. Deck zone, I guess. So what you're going to want to do, it doesn't matter, they can't really ogre anything here, so we're just going to put in skill. I mean, they could in permanence or cyclo... you're going first, I don't care. I'm just going to put it in skill. I'm going to use... it's very glary, so I'm sorry for that. Oh well. I'm going to use the Effective Grepher to... Nah, I'm just going to normal. Effective Grepher to discard the Vice Typhon. You're going to send any generic Warrior Extender. I'm just going to do Mali because it's there. Banish the Mali. To special the Mali. No. I'm going to link into the Isolde. I'm going to use the effect of the Isolde to send your 4 Eclipse. You do not want to send the Refusion if you didn't open any of them. Refusion is always good to have in the deck. You're going to send your 4 Eclipse. You're not going to add. You're not going to search for a Warrior. You're just going to special. Special another Grepher. Only, just to get it out of the way, I'm going to use the effect of the Phoenix Blade. Banishing these 2, just to get them out of the way. So I have cards in hand. We're going to use the effect of the Grepher, discarding the other DD or Dark in the graveyard to send a Necro. I just shuffled this. Why did I shuffle this? Oof. So this is hand. I'm going to put hand right here, because literally everything in hand does not matter. It's very glaring. I'm sorry for that. You're going to link into the Summon Sorceress. You're going to activate the effect of Necroslam, banishing the... As long as you keep this in graveyard till the end of the combo, then you're fine. So it doesn't matter what you banish, as long as you fusion summon. Genghis. Effect of the Sorceress to target the Genghis. To special summon Lamia. Then this is generic DD plays, which everyone should know those. Synchro into Alex, effective Ragnarok, special Genghis, effective Alex, special that. No matter what matchup you're against, I know this is very annoying to most people, but you need to go into Siegfried. First thing. Even if you're going against Burning Abyss, that hurts. But Yeah, you have to go into Siegfried, because you have to trigger Genghis's effect without using Lamia's effect. You have to save Lamia for the end of the combo. Effect of the Genghis, bring back the Lamia. Oh, also, whenever I do DD combos, I always put these 3 specifically down here, because I'm just going to bring them back. I'm going to Synchro into Meteor Burst. I'm going to use the effect of Meteor Burst, summoning the Ragnarok, effect of the Ragnarok, special summon the Alexander, and then you're going to link with the Sorceress and the Meteor Burst. Actually, real fast, this is where the combo differs, because right here I have 2 level 7s. I can go into Absolute, and then link with these, and then I have 1 negate, and that's not bad. But the problem is, I've been really wanting a Link 4 monster that would work for the deck, but I don't have Borrelsword, I don't have Borreload, I don't have any of the big boys. So I don't know what to do. So for here, I'm not gonna overlay. I'm just gonna link here into Landforkiss in the far opposite corner. I'm going to activate the effect of Ice Typhon, finally. For this specific combo, you have to banish the Genghis, which is kind of sad, but that's totally fine. Banish Vice Typhon to Fusion Summon into the big Genghis. You're going to use the effect of the Lamia, send, special, effect of the Genghis, special. Right here we can overlay into our Hope Harbinger, and then we can Synchro Summon, banishing the Lamia into the Crystal Wing. That's combo. If we have any kind of extender at all, just even if it's just the trap, even if it's just the trap, we can link into Decode, but I don't have that. This is just generic combo for the deck. Sadly, you do have to open a Ragnarok, but even if you don't open the Ragnarok, you'll have at least a Decode right about here, and the Siegfried and the Crystal Wing. You won't have the Hope Harbinger, which is totally fine, but consistency over quality. That's all I have to say about the deck. If you enjoyed the profile, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe to all that clickbait shit. And thanks for watching. I'm out.